Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're gonna talk about adult braces. Go subscribe and then come right back. All right, so the reason why I wanted to talk about braces today was one, because a lot of you have asked about it. And I've seen a couple other videos of people talking about getting a braces as an adult. And I thought, you know what? Why not talk about it? I always kind of talk about it in different videos. One, because I look like a vampire right now because of how I wear my elastics. And we'll talk about that. So we'll just jump right in. Why did I decide to get braces as an adult? Maybe it's the same reasons why you would maybe get them as an adult. This is actually my third time getting braces. I had them as a teenager, like into high school, just like most people do. So after I had them taken off in high school, I was fine. I went clear till, it was about right when I finished college that I started to notice my front teeth starting to push out. They were kind of folding outward. And so I decided that I wanted to get braces put on again. Jason and I were dating all through college, and then right when I could kind of tell that he was probably going to propose and we were gonna get married, I really wanted to have straight teeth for my wedding day. And so when I talked to my orthodontist, who was my original orthodontist from when I was a teenager, he said we really could do the work in about a year's time. And so it was a good time for me to get it done. So I had him on for a year, and then I had him take them off early. Probably took him off about a month or two early because I had already taken my bridal pictures in braces, but I did not want to take my wedding day pictures in braces. So we took him off a little bit early, and he wasn't very happy with that, but that's okay. But he ended up attaching a wire on the inside of my bottom teeth, and then cemented that in as a permanent retainer on the bottom. And then I did wear a retainer that I just, put in. But fast forward 15 years of our marriage, I had lost that retainer, and I had to have that wire re-cemented into my teeth probably about one time, about 10 years into our marriage. That bracket that was attaching that wire, I didn't ever feel it come out of my mouth. It was still attached to my teeth, but I could tell it was no longer working because the bottom teeth were slowly starting to push out. And as soon as the bottom teeth were doing that, my front teeth on the top did the exact same thing they had done the second time that I ended up getting braces. They started pushing out, and then I knew it was all over. But financially, I knew most insurance doesn't cover orthodontic work. And so I knew that I was going to have to pay for that out of pocket, which is a pretty major expense. My decision to get it done was right around the same time we were deciding to get our oldest daughter into braces. And I knew that I could, if I got mine done ahead of time, felt the pain, knew what types of food we could make for her when she got her braces on, and have a little bit more sympathy for her and what she was currently going through. I think I knew it would help her to get braces on, and it has helped. But I also knew it was a financial decision for me to have to pay for my braces out of pocket. Sorry, it's actually hard to talk with the elastics in, but I'll get to that. Our accountant called us, this is probably 3 years ago, she called us and asked if I could turn in his medical record for how much he had paid that year for his teeth in order for us to get that deduction on our taxes. And I told her, I said, well, there's no way it was very much to do for a deduction. And she said, the number that he gave me probably is worth doing it. So when I got that record from his dentist, I realized how much we had paid for his teeth that year. And I didn't really know that. And I'm in charge of our finances, so I was quite surprised that I hadn't noticed how many times that his visits had added up. And so I just kind of said, you know what, if we had that money to put money into your teeth, it's time for mine. Because I have a pretty big sensitivity about my smile. I don't like to smile and show my teeth when they aren't straight. And so everyone makes fun of me, including my family, because I'm very self-conscious about my teeth being crooked. And so I've actually developed like a small little kind of a tick with my lip. so that I don't smile with my mouth open. When I went to the orthodontist and got the consult and we decided, yes, this is what we're gonna do, or we're gonna come up with a better solution for the permanent retainer on the bottom to make sure that they don't move. This is my tip for you guys. As an adult, when you go and talk to your orthodontist and you decide that you're gonna go ahead and get your braces on, and you start talking to the billing specialist, if you have to pay out of pocket or go on a payment plan or whatever your financial situation is, go ahead and ask them if there is a discount if you pay up front. I know that is a huge chunk of change in order to pay for it up front, but it had probably been a long time since they had anyone offer to pay for the braces up front at full cost. And I'm not kidding you, the whole office, like all the ladies up front, the whole billing specialist office, they were all scrambling because they hadn't had anyone ask about a full cost payment. They dug into their paperwork and they looked it up, and the discount, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna be real here. The total price for getting the braces, total cost, was over $6,000. All said and done, I would get one set of brackets replaced if any of my brackets came off, but then it would be $40 a bracket if I have any of them come off. And that's still the case, but I haven't had any fall off. Other than that, the entire treatment would be covered at that total cost. And it's probably coming up on 2.5 years by the time I get done. That being said, when they looked up the discount and a sale that they had going at the time, and I don't really know if orthodontists really have a sale, the discount that I got brought the price down to just over $4,000. So I saved over $2,000 just by offering to pay up front. And guess what? That discount also got me, because we already knew that we had the cash to pay for that. We went ahead and swiped it and onto our American Express card. So not only did we get a discount on my braces, we earned points and we went to Hawaii soon after that. So think about all these different things in order to save money and make it work to your advantage. So that's my little tidbit on the finance side of getting braces as an adult, because as an adult, we don't ever, especially when you're young and you have family to take care of, a lot of times moms don't put the time and effort into taking care of ourselves, especially when there's a high cost associated with that. At least it is with me. But I was so self-conscious about my teeth that it was time for me to take care of me. And I think that's important to do. My husband recognized that as well. Got my braces on. It's all fine and dandy to get them on a third time. You deal with the wax. You deal with, you got your pick. I take these everywhere with me now so I can pick out food if I'm at a restaurant with other people. I am wearing elastics right now. Interesting thing is, a year into me getting braces and wearing elastics, no problem. I could wear them every different, way that orthodontists had me wear them. Suddenly, my gums and my lips became allergic to latex. I don't know why it took so long for there to be a reaction to the latex, but at one point, and if you go back and watch some of my old videos, there was a point probably about a year ago that I couldn't talk. I literally had cankers on the upper and lower parts of my jaw, on the inside of my cheeks, running the entire inside of my mouth all the way down to my lips down here. And then because they attached to the brackets down here, the whole inside of my lip line was covered in cankers as well. It was extremely painful, extremely difficult to solve and fix and get rid of. At some points, I had to completely numb the inside of my mouth to the point where I had to make sure I went to bed and make sure I didn't bite my cheeks, because I ended up like breaking skin when I would numb my mouth like that. Make sure you're not allergic to latex when you're talking to your orthodontist and getting elastics. Another tidbit I will tell you is that it is not very common to have non-latex elastics or hypoallergenic elastics in the office. They probably do have them, but here's my second tip about latex. If they have them in their office, ask if they're expired, or ask how long they've had them in their office without a patient using them. There's two things wrong with them being expired. One is that they lose their elasticity. And so when I put my first set of non-latex elastics in, I could tell that the strength of them was nothing compared to the strength of the latex bands that I had just been using in the exact same location. make sure that they are not expired. But also, I did have one batch of non-latex elastics that I actually reacted to because they were expired. So I don't know what the deal was with that. I think it really was because it was a bad plastic, or non-plastic, I guess. So make sure you talk to your orthodontist about those kinds of allergies and reactions if you have them. So I'm not positive when I'm going to get my elastics off, but I have had them for coming up on 2 years now. And my ortho has it set for me to get them off in the spring or summer, like June-ish, and it is January right now. He is hopeful that I can get them off sooner than that. It is taking longer than I anticipated when we started this whole process. You know, I'm doing what it takes to get it done right, and I'm not willing to take them off before they're ready. So I just kind of have to bear with it. It means that I have to wear elastics that look like fangs and have kids make fun of me, and I have to just grin and bear it and deal with it. And that's okay. I don't mind. And I also have to film videos with you guys sometimes with them on, and that's awkward. And sometimes I take them off, and sometimes they snap during conversations, and that's embarrassing. But you know, you do what you have to do. And it's told my daughter that, like, if you are willing to, you know, wear them and be dedicated to it, then it pays off in the end. So anyway, that's it, you guys. If you have any questions or comments about adults getting braces, or if you're thinking about doing it and you have any concerns or questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I'm more than happy to talk about it. Thank you for watching and sticking through this to the end. I know it may be not that exciting of a topic. Take care and come back for more. Bye-bye.